Today is a special day for Carlos. It's his 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Carlos. Toastmaster Benitez's speech will take us back in retrospect to past times and experiences in his early career as a UPS man. He will be using the Pathways methodology of storytelling. Let's welcome Toastmaster Carlos Manuel Benitez with his speech on the fourth quarter.
Carlos! It's my birthday. One of my life goals is to become a better version of myself every single day. You know, I can't wait until tomorrow. You know why? I get more beautiful every day. But today is a monumental moment in my life. I'm officially in the fourth quarter. I applied for Medicare. Next year will be Social Security. I'm an official AARP card holder. My lovely wife of 44 years, Noah, and I take advantage of all the early bird specials. I purchased a travel trailer, and on weekends we hit the road, Florida on a tank full. We look forward to traveling all across the United States of America. Heck, I might even take up pickleball. First, let me put it into perspective. When I speak to many about the fourth quarter, most of people think in terms of 100 and divided by 4. But only 1% of people live to be 100 years old. The average life expectancy is 80 years old. And 35% live to be 90, like Roy. I'm 65. If all goes well, I've got at least 15 more chapters in my life. On second thought, I better take that trip across the country sooner. Entering the fourth quarter makes me look back on life. I remember my first real job, UPS. I never planned on spending 31 years of making it a career. I started part-time just to get through college. My first day, I remember it very well. It was Friday the 13th, 1979. A cold and wet, a little gloomy. Looking back, I guess Friday the 13th was my lucky day. My brother-in-law got the job first, and when I found out, I was a little jealous. And I pressured him, why don't you call HR and tell them to have me come along too? He says, I'm not going to call them. I said, give me the phone, I'll call him. He says, what's the guy's name? He said, Bob Brickle. So I called Bob Brickle up. He says, hey, you Bob Brickle, you just hired my brother-in-law. I need a job too. I just started college, I'm available, and I'm a hard worker, and I won't take no for an answer. And he looked, and he called me up, and he spoke to me. He says, you got spunk, kid? Yeah, come on in too. We'll fill out the paperwork before you start. Drive, determination, perseverance haven't let me down all my life. And after 31 years at UPS, culture has been inculcated in my DNA. UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business. Service might be their last name, but their first priority, moving at the speed of business. I can go on and on. 31 years of distinguished service. 22 years in the same route, the lower west side of Buffalo. Hot summers, cold, bitter, snowy winters. 80% of my folks on my route were the same. I had over 24 keys, combinations to gate locks. I knew everybody's buying habits and fetishes. I kept a pouch of Scooby treats to navigate through all those canine-infested corridors. But honestly, I hated UPS. Management was so demanding, difficult, and defeatist. I got fired twice. UPS intimidation and techniques. Thank God for the Teamsters Union, I earned a pension after 31 years. Delivering packages was an adventure. All the people on my route were great friends. I remember one time delivering a very expensive and popular package from Junior's Cheesecake to an everyday customer. She was a QVC queen. Every day She got 3 or 4 QVC packages. I said to myself, this lady must stay up all night watching the QVC channel. I guess I was a little jealous, perhaps a little envious. As I walked up to deliver the package to get her signature, she giggled and seemed a little giddy. So I thought to myself, oh Lord, just get this signature and get out of here. As I turned, she called me back. She says, Carlos, here. And she gave me one of the packages. And she says, Merry Christmas and thank you. Oh my God. Lesson learned. From that day onward, I will never judge anyone's buying habits. And by the way, it was delicious. A little aside, funny story. My son's name is Cain Benitez Brown. I manifested a Brown. I told you I have it in my DNA. You know, the 2 most important days in anyone's life is the day you're born and the day you find out why. My why, faith, family, friends. My story is not finished. I have plenty more chapters to go. My luminosity of life is very bright. Fellow Toastmasters, there's IQ for problem solving and there's EQ for emotions. We also have NQ. NQ, the narrative quotient. You should all know this as Toastmasters. Every time we get up here, we tell stories about ourselves, about others. We're all narrators of our own lives and our own stories. Stories play a crucial role and are the heartbeat of humanity. With a high NQ, you can influence, entertain, connect, relate, sway, and make people laugh. Jesus was a master storyteller. He used parables, like the ones where he painted a picture of knock and the door will be open, or having faith as a grain of mustard that can move mountains. What's your elevator pitch? What's your story? Elevate your NQ through Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters, it's still not too late to get me a birthday gift. Brown is my favorite color.